Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with meteorologist Cameron Landfield.
Good morning, Western Oregon. Happy Tuesday. It's another weird one for today. We're seeing more moisture coming in from that atmospheric river, and it's getting activated by a cold front. So you can see it outside right now if you're looking. We're seeing rainfall in a couple areas and cloud coverage as well. A lot of cloud coverage, in fact, and that is going to be the norm for today unless you're in Roseburg. It is hard to track exactly how the clouds are going to respond for today, but for the most part, I would just expect for things to stay relatively gray moving forward. And then currently, you just saw that rainfall being picked up out over Eugene, but how's that look on the radar? Well, it looks like things towards the end of the radar loop are getting less and less prominent, and that is going to be the case for the remainder of the day. There's less of that energy to activate our rainfall moving later in, but you'll see a pretty strange pattern starting to develop as well. I'll show you that on the Stormcast in just a moment here, but let's go ahead and have a look at the 4 cameras first so you can get a good view of what the current cloud situation is looking like. Now, like I said, Roseburg is going to be the sunniest region for today, but at the moment, the clouds are pretty homogeneous everywhere, which means there's just this gray blanket everywhere, and that's keeping the temperatures very similar as well. Now, for the Stormcast, I want you to pay attention to where the rainfall is going to get stuck for today, and you'll notice it's going to be out over the coast, the coastal range, and the northern foothills. Other than that, for the most part, everywhere else is dry. You can see just over those northern foothills and then over the coastal range for the entire day. It's where most of the showers lie. Now, what's going on with that? Well, we're under the effect of a rain shadow here in the valley. And what that means is you've got the coastal range and the Cascades, and those are both tall. They're high topographic features. And when we pick rainfall up, it gets picked up into the air and then activated based on rising, and it gets all squeezed out by the time it goes over to the coastal range. Then it's dry as we get into the valley, and then it gets picked up again over the Cascades. So you'll see that's almost exactly what's happening with those foothills for today, and that's why the valley is missed for the most part by all of today's rainfall.